This video is about msg.sender and the owner of the contracts, because many programmers or developers, especially new one, they are confused with the msg.sender. They think it is always the owner, which is wrong. Okay, message.sender. They are the sender of the message or the transaction. Okay, so why you confuse it with the owner? Okay, because the user, this is the owner of the contract, he's the first one to interact with the contract. He's the first one. So at that time, we can define the owner of the contract is the message.sender. We define it where? In the constructor, because the constructor is deployed once in the contract, only once. So inside the constructor, we can define the owner there is the msg.sender. By this way, we already defined the owner of the contract is msg.sender. That's all, only for inside the constructor. But after that, there is other contracts or user, they want to interact with our contract. They are message.sender, but they are not the owner. Okay, so let's see in the coding how we can make it, and we see the results. Okay, this is an empty code, a new contract. I call it owner.sol. Okay, we contract, call it owner. Sorry, we have to define pragma. Solidity 0.7.0, yeah. Contract owner. Okay, here we define address public owner. Here we define the address owner, yeah. Then we do the constructor. Spelling wrong. Constructor, yeah. Here, okay, here I define the owner of the contract is msg.sender, because msg.sender in this transaction, in this deployment of contract, he's the first one to interact with the contract, means he's the owner. So we define the owner msg.sender. That's all. After that, we try to do a function to test function get user or get sender, yeah. Then public view returns address. I want to get the msg.sender address. msg.sender. Okay, try to compile. Okay. Okay. Error, what's wrong? Okay, public view returns, sorry. Okay. Okay, now, as you can see, we have here 10 accounts, yeah? Let's assume this is the first one, is our account, which is the owner account, yeah? This is my account, let's see, okay, we deploy. So when we deploy this one, he becomes the owner, because we put it by default, this one, yeah? Okay, default, as you can see, okay? Let's see the results. This is the owner. This one, yeah? Get the owner. You can see 0x 5b is this one, yeah? If I get the sender of this, because I specified is this one, if I get it, yes, it's the same one. It's the same as the owner, yeah, correct. But if another user come, let's say this user, and want to interact with our contract, with any function in the contract, let's say this function, yeah? This function, yes? Okay, this is another user, yeah? It's not me or you, okay? This is another user, okay? He comes and want to interact with our contract, okay? Let's get the owner. See, the owner is the same because we specified in the constructor. It doesn't change, it's one time, okay? Now we get the sender. Okay, can you see it's different? So this one is a message.sender. So don't think, oh, message.sender is always the owner. No. This another user come interact with our contract. He want to call this function. Then he call the function. As you can see, he is the msg.sender. It's not this. This one is defined once, the owner. That's all. Okay, let's say another contract comes, interact with our contract, this guy. And we don't deploy, deployment is once only. And we get the sender. You can see it's changed. So it's the message.sender. Because here we do return message.sender. You can see it's different, yeah? Okay, I hope you understand.